and they're having a discussion while Chantel is on a return visit.
Well, Carter, looks like we might be here for a few minutes. Mom's on a return visit here. But just thought I'd ask you, so what's new? What's going on?
Yeah, there's something on my mind I've been wanting to talk to you about.
Oh, really? What's that?
There's a boy at school named Gabe. He's been really sick. We heard that he won't be coming back to school for a while. He doesn't deserve it. It's really bothering me.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about Gabe. You know, I can tell it is definitely bothering you. You know, it's not easy to watch somebody that we know and care about suffer from sickness or other problems as well. You know, when I see something like that, I try to take a moment just to remind myself about why there is suffering, but also why there is actually a solution to end that suffering as well. Well, since it looks like we may have a few minutes here before Mom comes back from her call, maybe we can talk a little bit about the reasons why suffering is in place to begin with.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Well, you know, I was thinking maybe we can turn to the front of our Bible here. We now have this little section that helps us answer some of the life's bigger questions from the Bible. And on page 19, question 9 has this question, why do humans suffer? So right what we're talking about there. And it has 4 scriptures laid out here to help us answer that question. And I thought maybe we can first turn our attention to the scripture here highlighted, Romans 5:12. Would you like to read that for us, Carter?
Sure. Through one man's sin entered into the world, and death through sin. And so death spread to all men because they all had sinned.
Okay, so this is talking about Adam and Eve. And you remember what happened to them in the Garden of Eden, right?
Yes, they ate the fruit from the tree, which Jehovah told them not to, which they sinned, and they lost their perfect lives.
Right, exactly. So the scripture helps bring out that because of that bad decision that Adam made, the result of it was he passed along sin and imperfection to not only did he and Eve receive that, but they passed it on to all of their children and children's children, is something that can never be removed on our own. But it's important to understand that this wasn't a decision that God made to create imperfection in humans, but really it boiled down to a decision that Adam made by not putting his obedience in Jehovah, and he listened to Satan. So it's important to understand that what Gabe is going through, it's not his fault. It's not anything that he caused on his own. But someone else that we can point the blame at the reason for this suffering is found here, 1 John 5:19. Would you like to read that part?
Sure. The one world is lying in the power of the wicked one.
Okay, so who do you think the wicked one is they're talking about here?
Satan, the devil.
Right. So we know that he's in control, he has the power, he's wicked. So would we expect that suffering would start to improve in these days?
No, never.
Right. So that's not something he's interested in. He wants it to be as bad as can be. So again, this helps us understand the reasons for why Gabe and others like him are going through this. However, we can feel good, though, the fact that there is one person that has the power and the desire to end the suffering that's going on in this world. And that's brought up here at 1 John 3:8. Would you like to read that?
Sure. For this purpose, the Son of God was made manifest to break up the works of the devil.
All right, good. So who's that Son of God there?
Jesus Christ.
Right. So it helps us see that he has, again, that power, the desire. He is going to break up the works, that power that the devil has. And through that promised new world where we'll have perfect life and peace on earth, we won't have to endure the suffering. The suffering that we and Gabe and others suffer is all going to be temporary in the scheme of things. So I hope this is helpful in helping have a little perspective on the suffering that Gabe is going through.
Yes. I know he may not feel good now, but I know in the future, Jesus can end Gabe's suffering and everyone else's pain too.
Okay, good. Well, looks like your mom's coming back from the return visit there, but I'm glad we had a chance to talk about this together.